Hey Taurus, welcome, welcome to your first half of June reading. Not really date or time specific this time around. It's just always easier for you to navigate the channel when you know when I'm posting things. But it is a general reading for the collective of Taurians, Sun and Rising. It's not going to speak to everybody. If it doesn't speak to you, that's okay. You can check out, if you're here as Taurus Sun, you can check out the video that aligns with your rising sign, or you can look at the titles for the Sun and Rising of your divine counterpart and check that out as well. So, I'm pulling two cards from Spirit Animal Oracle. That is by Colette Baron Reed. One for Divine Masculine, one for Divine Feminine. I trust that you know the energy you're in your connection, but masculine will be over here, feminine over here. Feel free to flip it around if you need to. Sometimes it comes out reverse for some people, but the storyline is perfect. Just don't force the storyline. That's my advice. Okay, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider joining us here. Subscribe, like, share. And for those who are returning, Taurus, you've been wonderful. I appreciate you more than you know. Interesting cards. Masculine gets Koala Spirit. And this speaks to me because... okay, so it's card 35, 3 and 5 is 8. It's Koala Spirit, and it says Spirit has a plan. Spirit has a plan. I did yesterday's Sagittarius reading, was connected to the Sagittarius reading before that, which was called Spirit Has a Plan. So if you are at all dealing with a Sagittarius, you may want to watch those, or if you have that as a rising sign, you may want to watch those readings. The one from that I just posted and the one before that. Spirit has a plan. Beautiful energy. Feminine gets card 61. 6 and 1 is 7, right? It's our crown chakra, our connection to our higher selves. It's a very... sacred number, spiritual number. Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. I am not calling you a turkey, feminine. I am just saying give with gratitude and grace. Okay. Beautiful energies there. I'm going to pull one card for you, Taurus, from the Whispers of Love Oracle. It's a gentle oracle deck. It's a kind oracle deck. It's positive and uplifting. It feels supportive. I will just mention in yesterday's Sagittarian reading, I just channeled a message of how we're here to support our Black, Indigenous, and other people of color brothers and sisters. And it got some feedback. You know, people were very appreciative. So I want to echo that channeled message, that that's what we're here for. We're here to support each other. And mainly, right now, the focus has to be on our Black, Indigenous, and other people of color brothers and sisters. That's it. If we're doing this thing called life right, and if we're really serving humanity, and if we're really the light bearers, if we're the way showers, then we have to step up. So I want to say that. Beautiful card. We get card 16. 1 and 6 is 7. So I'm feeling a little alignment here. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. There you go. Taurus, love is all around you. Acknowledge it as truth. Expect it. Own it, because it's your birthright. It's all of our birthright, but it's your birthright. So I am pulling out, this is called Modern Witch, the Modern Witch Tarot deck. It is very thick. I love the graphics. They have a cartoon quality to them, but they prominently feature people of color. And so I've been called to use it. Not that there's like, that should be my only reason, but it's just been like, oh, Laura, you haven't used that lately. Pull it out. This is the time. This is the moment. So I hope it speaks to some of you. Anyway, what I've got going on here is I have to separate them because, as you'll see, I did a lot of pre-shuffling with the deck beforehand. It's so big. Whew, okay. I did a lot of pre-shuffling though. See, this is very, look at this. Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, hello. This is your diva moment. Queen of Pentacles. Grounded, stable, reliable, practical. This card to me is the feminine archetype of life partner. It's life partner in feminine form. Perfect. Masculine shows up in the energy of the Page of Cups. And this same energy showed up in the Sagittarian reading, so I'm just going to repeat that again for anyone who's dealing with a Sagittarius or who has Sagittarius rising. I just felt the need to say it before, and I'm saying it again. So, Page of Cups is a message of love or apology. Wow. Taurus. I'm going to shoot right over here to the feminine. Look, in the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, but your experience in the connection at present, because this is kind of past, present, future, is one of standing up for yourself. It's a little bit of pushback. It can be resistance and it can be defensiveness. Either way, look at her body language. Whoa. Leaning forward, stepping into it, in their power. I just feel that there's some resistance, something that this feminine feels the need to take a strong stand on. And I'm saying that because in the past, this feminine was in the energy of temperance, balance, patience, tempering their energies, right? I'm not going to run too hot here. I'm not going to run too cold. I'm going to size up the situation. I'm going to be patient and allow for the energies to come to room temperature, if you will. And I'm not sure that if it did work, if that patience and temperance did work, which, by the way, card of Sagittarius, I'll say it again. Someone here needs to hear that. It's just come in 3 times now, so someone here needs to hear that. You'll let me know in the comments, will you? So people don't think I'm crazy. 7 of Wands, though, I feel like the waiting is over. The patience is over. Tick-tock. We're done. We're moving on. World. Endings and new beginnings. So there's something beautiful here that's shifting for this feminine, when this feminine is in their power as life partner, but as someone who's taking care of themselves. I come first. And it is not a selfish I come first. It's the realization that the whole freaking house of cards falls down if we are not taking care of ourselves. If we do not feed ourselves and nourish ourselves healthfully, if we are not getting the sleep we need, if we are not, right? You get on the airplane and you go through all those instructions, and what do they say? Put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you help your neighbor, right? Because you're no use to somebody if you're laid out. That's what this energy is. That's why this card is so powerful. Love it. Masculine here in the energy of a message of love or apology. This is sweet energy. It's charming. It's coming from the heart. It is a message of I adore you, or I admire you, or I like you, or I think you're pretty even. Okay? It can be any of those, but sometimes it's just a message from the heart of love, or maybe a little bit of, I'm sorry about that. And it's meant authentically. It's genuine. It's a genuine energy. But their experience right now in this connection is they are hanging on by a thread. 9 of Wands. It is a card of perseverance. I do see this masculine as not being in an energy of giving up anytime soon, but they're getting close. It's been a struggle. It's been a challenge. What they're moving toward is King of Cups. That is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We see that twice now. King of Cups is emotionally available, high vibration love. The issue with, and compassionate, you know, somebody that's always leading from the heart. We like that. We want that. The problem with the King of Cups is they don't always have the best time expressing their feelings or their emotions. They don't have a good time putting words to it. So that's something we need to think about. In the past, I think this masculine was choosing a path. Two of Wands was in the energy of choosing a path, and whatever path they chose, make no mistake, it was not the easy path. It was the challenging path. And here they are showing up in this energy of delivering this message of love or apology and shifting into this emotional availability. But sort of look at the card, floating out there in a raging sea like a man on an island alone. My heart's heavy all of a sudden. All I want to tell this poor masculine is Spirit has a plan. Spirit has a plan. Yeah, Spirit has a plan. Message of love is like, yeah, this is it. You're the one. Ten of Cups. Wow. Wheel of Fortune. More Sagittarian energy. Hello. Can you hear me now? Give me a minute. I'm serious. If you ever book a private reading with me, this is exactly how it goes. I just sit and stare for seconds at a time. This is a masculine who is aware of the divinity of this connection, that it's on a higher timeline, that they don't have to force it, that they don't have to push, that everything will roll out in divine time. The Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter. It's expansive. It brings good luck and expansiveness and forward motion if it's positively aspected. You can't get much more positive than the Ten of Cups. So I almost feel like this masculine is saying, my nirvana is in this connection. I'm sending that message forward, but I know it will roll out when it is due. That I'm not in the driver's seat here. There's some higher source at the wheel. Literally. And I feel in the past this masculine made that choice. Two of Wands, chose that particular path. Wow, look what flipped up upside down. Yup. Answered the call of the connection. Judgment. Twin flame, past life, soulmate energy. Answered, chose the path for the past life soulmate. Honestly, flipped right upside down in the deck. Sure, this is reconciliation, it's reunion, it's union for the first time if you've never met this person. It's answering the call, it's second chances, it's forgiveness. So I see a couple different possibilities, and because this is a general reading for the collective, I'm trying to push out all the possibilities. So we have a masculine in the energy of delivering a message of love or apology, and I see this, which is second chances and forgiveness, so it can answer that. I also see a masculine in the energy, possibly in the energy of just offering this message of love and seeing the divinity that this is the one. This is the happily ever after, the nirvana I've been looking for. It was fated. It will come in divine time. And that it would be that they chose in the past to answer the call of the divine connection. Yeah. So I hope you're staying with me here, Taurus. I get these kind of downloads start coming in and I start talking really fast. but the card just flipped over and I felt like I had to grab it. I'm glad I did. And I'm going to leave it alone because then I got interrupted. 9 of Wands. I mean, what else do I need to say? Choosing the path. What path? The path to the past life soulmate here. This twin flame energy. 9 of Wands. It is not an easy path. You're going to crawl over some shards of glass here, masculine. Right? There it is again. Page of Cups right there. Wow, wow, wow. Exactly. It's not easy. It's not easy. So I do now feel that the storyline is more endings and new beginnings. This masculine is in the energy of an apology. So I get to correct myself. I feel that the main group I'm speaking to here is has been pushing through some challenges, right? Because they're dealing with a feminine who's in their resistance, who's like, really? Really? Talk to the hand. That's kind of how I feel. I was patient, I was patient, I was patient, and now you come in with this message. So I do feel, and I'm only saying that in a cheeky way, I do not want anyone here who is in the masculine energy to feel badly. This is a totally human experience. I feel that this is someone who recognized that they may have been off the path, chose the right path, and said, oh, I like need to be a human and own my stuff and say, you know, I'm sorry that didn't come off the right way, or it's not what I meant, or I'm sorry that I wasn't on the same page at the same time. It could be that simple. This doesn't have to be any worse than that. But what I'm feeling here is a masculine who's like undertaken this burden, this challenge of setting things right. I'm saying, I really do care. I really do care. I do have these feelings for you. I don't always know how to express them, but I do have these feelings. So I'm going to suffer whatever indignities I have to suffer to get that across. Can't we start over? Fresh start energy in this world card. Endings and new beginnings can be end of a connection and something brand new. Whole new person. Can be end of a chapter. So you're either turning the page on a chapter or you're starting a whole new book. Does that make sense? You can read this card either way. This is a card of enlightenment. It's completion of a cycle, something that now makes sense, and you go, oh my gosh, I got it. And you can begin anew. And that's what I see over here. So this is very aligned. There's a lot of mirroring energy here. At least I'm feeling it that way. Yeah, sure. Regrets of the past. Absolutely. When I pull from under the deck, for those who are new, it's the unconscious energy of the person I'm reading for, the side that I'm reading for. So it means that it's kind of bubbling up under the surface, but it's not quite in conscious awareness. Meaning you're not thinking about it consciously, but it is guiding your behavior. And this masculine is guided by regrets of the past. The focus is on those three cups that are turned over. They're not focused on the 2 cups that are standing right there behind them. And that's where the glory is, right? The 2 of cups in the tarot are the soulmates. That's what we want. So I kind of feel like this masculine is serving some form of penance in this 9 of Wands, really persevering through this uncomfortable, painful challenge with this message of love and apology. Notice I switched it up. And looking for, can we turn the page and begin a new chapter together? So beautiful. And what's motivating them is their regret, something that went down in the past. Didn't come off the way they intended it to, a choice they made that didn't, right? You get it. Yeah, and what's more on the bottom? I just got confirmation, 9 of Wands. I'm not going to pull it because it's the same card. King of Cups. Guys, I'm so distracted. So many things are coming in right now. King of Cups, going forward. Yeah, let's work through this together. I almost feel as if this masculine could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, or could have a lot of water in their chart, but it feels like an elevation. It feels like an ascension, a higher vibration of love that this masculine is going to be coming from, in the energy, in the spirit of co-creation. Let's work together, you, me, and the divine. Let's work together to make this a thing and to elevate it. Because that's what I feel the Three of Pentacles is about. I say it in a lot of readings. To me, it feels like there's two people here supporting this craftsman. And the craftsman is taking something ordinary and creating something extraordinary, but you can't do it alone. You need a team. Yeah. King of Pentacles, right? Willing to work together and step into the energy. Now we have a King of Cups, almost transcending into a King of Pentacles, which is the masculine, right? The masculine archetype of life partner. So I'm now going to match you here, Queen of Pentacles, with my energy as someone who's stable and reliable and practical and responsible and there for you. These people show up for each other. They are committed to each other. They take care of each other. They look after each other. Wow. Yep, what she said. Ace of Swords. There's going to be an aha moment for this masculine, because this part of the reading is more future-facing, forward-facing. Aha moment, the clarity comes in. Yeah, I want to be with this person in the here and now, in a committed way. High vibration love, high vibration stability and abundance and groundedness. Wow. Feminine, you're up. Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in that Queen of Pentacles. So for the vast majority of those of you watching, I believe this side is the Taurian. Masculine or feminine doesn't matter. I'm calling it feminine because that's the way I lay the readings out to keep myself organized. Yeah, there's some nervousness and fear here. The moon energy is what we, like what's going on behind the scenes. What do I not know? It represents our fears, but it can also trigger our insecurities. So while this feminine is here in the energy of Queen of Pentacles, taking care of myself, and yes, I am stable and grounded and reliable and practical and responsible, and therefore I'm the person you bring home to mom. It's really what that card is. I feel there's some insecurity here. Something going on behind the scenes that this feminine isn't sure of. They are concerned and fearful that they don't know everything that's going on. That there's something they don't know. And that doesn't just make us fearful, it triggers our insecurities, and I feel that's all leading up to this Seven of Wands, defensiveness. Yep, exactly. Five of Swords. Fearful about being manipulated, being played. Again. For some of you, it's again. Yeah. That Five of Swords, I keep saying it, and I feel bad. I feel bad, but it's my least favorite card. It's been coming out in a lot of readings, especially since we started having all the retrogrades, which began late April, and that energy has just pulled a lot of people back so far, and they're rethinking things, and it can't wait till we get more direct energy, because this just feels like people moving pieces around on the chessboard of life so that they always come out the winner. This is the winning at all costs, playing at all cost. It is not great energy. It can be deceptive, sure, but that's more the Seven of Swords. This is just, I am gonna play you so that I win. It's very manipulative. It can be gaslighting, which I think came out in your birthday reading, Taurus. For those who didn't watch that, I did a Taurus birthday reading, solar return, birthday spread. Crazy. It was very well received by you guys. So I almost feel like whoever this feminine is afraid of that energy repeating. And there were a lot of you who watched that reading who were, in the feminine energy, who were like, yep, you called it. So I see what you're worried about. I get it. Yeah, and now I'll take this card, because now you saw me shuffle. It comes out underneath now because this has been a mirrored struggle. These two people have been on the same journey with each other. I feel almost like for those of you who are watching that are the feminine, you're not any more ready to give up on this connection than this person, than the masculine is. But you're fearful. You're being triggered right now. You're being triggered. Temperance in the past. Patience. Tempering the energies. Keeping things in flow. I mean, look at this adorable card. Look at her in a little rainbow shirt. Little sunflowers behind her. Oh. Manifesting what? Oh. Yeah, fairness and balance underneath. So I feel in the past this feminine was playing it very cool, like trying to wait for things to flow in a way that would help the feminine see what energies they were dealing with. It is a form of manifestation. The Magician is a card of manifestation, and yet it's something didn't come off. I think the feminine thought, if I just wait this out, then I can manifest what I want. But what happened is a lot of reflection, review, Four of Swords. It is a card of healing, but it's also a card, it's very Zen energy. It's not like healing from something extremely painful. Sometimes it's more about, because I feel that's the star. I feel it's more reflective. Let me think this through. Let me take some time out and quiet myself and my mind and my energy. Heal the wounds, heal whatever felt off. And what was feeling off is that things were not in balance. The Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity, equal give and take. It's not just about equal give and take. It's about things being equitable. Equity is different than equal. And I feel that something was off, and this feminine was trying to get it to be equal, trying to get things to flow so that there was some sort of gelling that did not take place. That's what they were trying to manifest. It did not come off. And they needed to take a time out. Pulled back, great. Got it, time out. Things are not balanced and fair. I see it. Seven of Wands is the energy now. Yeah. I'm over here being single and all that, right? I'm taking care of myself. This Nine of Pentacles is fierce independence. So we've got two cards of fierceness here. One that might be a little defensive, or it's a strong energy in that Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself, maybe even some it's pushback. It's pushback. And yeah, I'm not going to buy into what I'm being sold, which is an apology. I feel this is legit. I feel it's honest and well-intended. That is all I can read is the energies on the table, guys. I don't know the psyche of the person you're dealing with. The energies I'm seeing here in the masculine seem legit, seem authentic. Feminine probably has likely good reason for the pushback. But I do feel it's pushback. I do feel it's like, hey, I'm not buying what you're selling. I'm going to be over here taking care of myself. Very independent. Page of Wands, though. I feel like this feminine is pushing back, feeling like the message of love or apology isn't a message of love or apology, but could be a message of, you up? Want to Netflix and chill? Like, I feel this feminine is perceiving it as a friends with benefits message. Like, let's just smush, and like that it's coming from pleasures of the flesh energy instead of matters of the heart energy. So, feminine, if that's really what the deal is, then I think that needs to be discussed. Put words to it. Put words to it. Because that could be a very legit question you have. You know, a concern. It's obviously upsetting you. I've got the moon here. 5 of Swords. You feel you're going to be played again. I'm going to be over here. I'm a single person. I am not attached to anybody. Pushback, pushback. What are you pushing back on? You're pushing back on a message of love or apology because you're perceiving it as a message of flirtation. Somebody who's just out for a one-night stand. And I'm not sure you've read the room right. That's all. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying it's possible that you may not be reading the room correctly. I'm not saying you don't have reason to read the room that way. I'm just saying talk about it. I am giving the tea, as they say. You're getting truth from Laura today. The World. Already see it right here. Now I see it here. Sure do. There's a 2 of Wands. Now there's a 2 of Wands. Feminine. Yeah, you're going to be asked, can we turn the page and start a new chapter? And feminine's response is, I'll give that some consideration. Choosing the new path. Endings and new beginnings. Choosing the path. Wow. One more on that, please. Yeah, I like this for you. Lay the burden down. Choose the new path. Consider those options. You got the whole world in the palm of your hands. Let me repeat that. The whole world in the palm of your hands, feminine. That's what's coming up for you. Choose wisely, and then lay the burden down. Then be content with what you chose. Stick to it. If you choose to close the book, remember in the beginning I said you're either turning the page to a new chapter with the same person, or you're closing the book and you're ordering from Amazon. See me, feel me. Don't play this out any further. You're either in or you're out. If you're out, close it, lay it down, move on. If you're in, then choose that and be prepared to lay down whatever burden is between the two of you. It's got to be past news. This masculine wants to put it to bed. Will you work with them? Do you have anything left to give? That's the question. Wow. This felt oddly personal to me. This felt oddly personal, like somebody just got a personal reading. I don't say that often. Yep, look, I'm past 34 minutes. Taurus, I adore you. If this is your storyline, the link to the extended is below. Believe it or not, there's like another 30 minutes to come. Or close to it, 20 to 30 minutes. The link is below. I'll be there in a second. I will use the same deck. Modern Witch, pulling the two of you together. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the two of you and clarify all that. Just pulling you together instead of doing you separately. Then I'm going to pull a card. What is the masculine not saying to the feminine but trying to communicate energetically? Another card, what is the feminine not saying to the masculine but trying to communicate energetically? Sometimes that's something you need to know. A card for you, Taurus, from your higher self, spirit of the universe. That can come through as advice, clarification, confirmation. Sometimes it's a warning, something you need to be alert for. And then we'll look at the outcome position as what you can expect going forward and in what time frame. I see the masculine is leaving it very up to fate and destiny, but we'll see if we don't get a hit for timing there. Thanks so much for joining me here, Taurus. I'm so happy to see you. I'll be over there at the extended in a few seconds. Otherwise, I'll see you on a future reading. Take care.